Discuss about epilepsy. So what is actually epilepsy is? So for treatment of epilepsy, we are using antiepileptic drug. So little bit we should know about epilepsy. What is epilepsy? Actually, epilepsy is nothing but this is a disorder of brain. Means if someone's brain is not properly functioning and it is having some disorientation in speech, hearing, or vision, or memory, or even senselessness, or sudden fall down. So many types of these symptoms are there. So if having sudden blood pressure lowering and some faintness is coming. In short, you can say that fainting means getting faint, senseless, and suddenly fall down due to lack of blood pressure and brain function, or in medically we can say that sudden and excessive generation of impulses in brain. Always brain is having more nerves, millions and billions of nerves. So those nerves are sending impulses, right? So if these impulses are having any imbalance to send some action potential towards the effector organ or towards the effector tissue or towards any organ, okay, so if there is no proper coordinations and happening sudden or excessive generation of impulses, sudden and excessive generation of impulses. So epilepsy in Greek, this is the Greek word, okay, it means convulsions, and that is nothing but disorder of brain function. So there is no proper functioning of brain, so disorder of brain function, and medically it is called as paroxysmal cerebral dysrhythmia, and in short epilepsy. Okay, so paroxysmal means sudden occurrence of sudden. In cerebral dysrhythmia there is no rhythm in cerebrum. So the biggest part of our brain is having cerebrum. So this one, cerebrum. So as you know, all of you know that cerebrum is having, brain is divided into two hemispheres. One right hemisphere, another one is left hemisphere. So suppose this is the brain, so this is right hemisphere, this is left hemisphere. So if you are opening both hemisphere, inside there are so many other brain parts are there, like thalamus, hypothalamus, amygdala, hippocampus. So these are the things, and many more, pons, medulla, oblongata, so those things, and cerebellum. So these are the brain parts, all you know. So every parts means two hemispheres having, again it is divided into lobes. Okay, so one is frontal lobe, another one is parietal lobe, then occipital, then temporal lobe. So in frontal lobe, functions are thinking, planning, executing, problem solving, and speaking. And in parietal lobe, sensations means touching, temperature, pressure or pain, those things, sensations, feeling of surroundings, okay, sensation. Then reading, capability of read something or recognizing something, okay. And body orientation means how your body is moving, okay, so movement of the body orientation. So this is in parietal lobe. So occipital is particularly for vision. Occipital lobe is particularly for vision. Then temporal lobe, memory, understanding, language, hearing, and behavior, and many more. Not all this, or whatever the functions we are doing in our daily life. So all controlling by the brain, because this is central nervous system. Okay. So and last, this one, this is not actually in occipital lobe. So last one is this one, cerebellum. It is for balance and coordination. So for understanding only I kept here this one. Okay. So this is the third most common disease in the world or disorder in the world. Okay, disorder in the world, neurologic disorder. Third most common neurologic disorder in the world. So first one is cardiovascular disease. First one is cardiovascular disease. Then second most highest disease is Alzheimer's disease, and third one is the epilepsy. So epilepsy is having of many types, not single type. So I will discuss later on. Okay. So this, then third point, symptoms depends on the site of origin. So how many types of epilepsy are there? So according to the origin of site, epilepsy types are divided. Okay. So in which part what function is going to disturb? So according to that one, epilepsy are divided. Okay. So and this in between, in cerebral cortex, in cerebellum, there are another two thing near here, central sulcus, motor and sensory. So here motor nerves are there and here sensory nerves are there, which are coordinating for motor function and sensory function. Okay. Then this is, if in simple way I can represent here, and you can see. So this is brain. So this is right side, suppose, and this is left side, left hemisphere and right hemisphere. Okay. So if divided from centrally, so this side, if it is divided into four lobes. So four lobes means this one's frontal lobe, then another one is parietal lobe, then another one occipital, then temporal lobe. Okay, that side means below the frontal lobe, that temporal lobe is present. Okay, so in this part, if certain disorder is occurring, so that is called simple seizure or simple epilepsy. Okay, so according to that one, if total parts are affecting, then it is called generalized epilepsy. So I am telling one by one. So symptoms depend on the site of origin. Examples are motor cortex. On motor cortex, if it is affecting motor cortex here. Okay, so here, if this part is affecting motor cortex, then abnormal movement will happen. Abnormal movement of the body will happen. Okay, then for frontal lobe, thinking and planning will be disturbed. If frontal lobe is affected, then thinking and planning or emotional things, whatever here mentioned, I mentioned the things, whatever we are doing, our brain is doing, so those things will be disturbed. Then occipital lobe, visual functions, auditory and hallucination. So visual means watching or seeing, auditory means about listening or hearing, and hallucinations means the state of being like that something is not going on but it seems to be happening, but it actually not there or not present. So you can in short you can understand that it is delirium. You are thinking that, oh, I am doing something that is, it is going on really, but it actually not happening. That is called hallucination. Okay. Then temporal lobe is responsible for memory, understanding, hearing. Okay. So according to the lobes, it will be divided. How many types of epilepsy or seizure is there? Okay. Then temporal lobe, memory, understanding, hearing. Then after that, parietal lobe for perception, means understanding, okay, perception, okay, and sensation and body orientation. Then types of epilepsy is of two types. One is idiopathic, another one is symptomatic. In idiopathic means, always you must remember that idiopathic means there is no particular cause of the disorder. Means we don't know actually for what reason it is happening, for what reason fainting is occurring, for what reason some brain function is disturbed. So that is called idiopathic. So no specific cause. Here already I mentioned, no specific cause of seizures. Why it is happening? Actual symptom is not known, or actual disease that symptom is not known. Okay. So the next one is the symptomatic. So by this one we can little bit recognize, okay, this thing happening means this may be that type of seizure. Okay. So many causes with many types of reasons to have this one. So number one is drug use. If some patient is using more and more drug, multiply time, and he is drug dependent, or he is now drug tolerant, means whoever taking some drugs repeatedly, he may become tolerant towards that drug or drug dependent, like that will happen. So that is called drug use. By drug use it may occur symptomatic epilepsy. Okay, then this is actually general type, means how generalized we can generalized means generally we can divide the epilepsy. So idiopathic and symptomatic. So in general way we can divide this one epilepsy. Okay. So by the symptom, how could we recognize, and without symptom, what will happen? Okay, for that reason. So here by taking more drugs means drug dependence, then tumor, okay, in brain tumor may occur, then it is causing some damage on the some lobe or part, then it is having again epilepsy of simple or generalized, I will tell there. Okay, so according to that it will occur. Then head injury, then hypoglycemia. Certain accident is occurring by riding the bike. If someone is fall down, then head injury will occur, right? So some part may damage brain, some part is damaging, means it will cause again epilepsy. Then hypoglycemia, low sugar level, means not accurate level of glucose in blood, so or supplying of proper glucose in the brain, so it may cause also epilepsy, means confusion, dizziness, okay, and disturbing function, main thing that disturbing function of the brain. Okay, then because of alcohol withdrawal, someone was consuming more and more alcohol, and suddenly it was withdrawal from that one person, and he may get epilepsy like symptoms. So this is about all generalized for epilepsy. Okay, then anti-epileptic drugs classification here. So little bit more about epilepsy. When two or more seizures is coming, if someone is getting two or more seizure, then it is called as symptomatic seizure or epilepsy. Okay, and part classification, number A partial, and number B generalized. So in partial, again two types. So first, what will happen in partial epilepsy? Only a portion of brain will be affected. Only a portion of brain, maybe this lobe, maybe this lobe, maybe this lobe, or this lobe, any four, or this one. Okay. So here, in short, this lobe if getting affected, so that is called partial. That is called, means not whole brain. Okay, part of the brain or certain location of the brain is damaging. That is called partial epilepsy. Okay, part of one hemisphere or any one lobe can be affected. Okay, so that is called as partial. So again, partial epilepsy are of two types, simple and complex. So in simple partial epilepsy, what will happen here? Generation of impulses, hyperactive neuron. Okay, hyperactive neuron means sending more impulses repeatedly. So which is not actually required, but it is hyperactive and sending more impulses and making more action potential. So that is called hyperactive neuron. And what will happen on locus of the brain? It will happening in on locus of the brain. So which part is affecting in that part? What are the functions? If suppose this part frontal lobe is affected, then here thinking, planning, executing, problem solving, speaking, these things are happening. No? So if this part is getting affected, so some of the thing may be disturbed. Okay, so that is called partial. Okay, so on locus of brain, and it doesn't spread if damaging particular location. So there it will only happening that particular function will only disturbed, but no other function, and it won't spread to other part of the brain. Then remain conscious. The patient will be conscious in having consciousness. Okay. Then next, complex means more than this one. Simple means very small, minute location may injured. Okay, but here complex means more than that one. Okay. complex partial means it will make complex hallucination, complex confusion. Okay, whatever he will do, he will always in confusion. Okay, he will think yes I am doing right, but it's not right actually. Okay, like that. And what are the symptoms? Chewing, diarrhea, and alter consciousness. And suddenly he may get consciousness again, unconscious, like that. It will happen to the patient. Okay, so this is about partial seizure. Okay, then seizure and epilepsy is same. Okay, so next one is the B, generalized. Okay, so begin locally and spread abnormal impulse to the both hemispheres. So suppose this part of the brain affected, so from here to here it will transfer. From, if suppose this part is injured, frontal lobe, and it is transferring to parietal lobe, then again from here to occipital lobe, then again from here to temporal lobe. So like that, if it is spreading, okay, then it is called as generalized seizure or generalized epilepsy. Means started in one location but it spread towards other location, okay, and other lobes, and being abnormal and doing abnormal functions, okay, and sending abnormal impulses. So if abnormal impulses are sending down to the body parts, then what will happen? There is no normal function of the body will occur. So he may fall down, or sudden relaxation of the muscle may occur and he may fall down, okay, or shivering or shaking of hand, like that. So many symptoms will occur. Okay, then in this what will happen? It is again divided. Generalized seizure is again divided into 5 types. So number 1 is tonic-clonic, then number 2 is absent, then number 3 is atonic, then number 4 myoclonic, number 5 infantile. So one by one I will discuss. Okay, so tonic-clonic means this is also called as grand mal. And what will happen? Tonic means continuous contraction of muscle. Tonic means continuous contraction of any part of the muscle. Clonic means rapid contraction plus relaxation of the muscle or part. Okay, then what are the symptoms? Patient will cry and may fall down. Okay, then absence or petit mal, it is happening mostly in children about 3 means 3.5 years or 3 to 5 years age, and for 3 to 5 seconds it is occurring. Rapid eye blinking, okay, and on direction seeing. So this is the symptom. Atonic means short loss of consciousness, means for certain period of time consciousness is lost. Okay, so atonic. What will happen? All muscle relaxed and fall down. If your muscles are going to relax, skeletal muscles are going to relax, then what will happen? You will fall down. Suppose you are walking and suddenly your muscles are not contracting, so you cannot walk, because relaxed means there is no impulse. So only one directional impulses are going on, and motor impulse may stop. Sensory impulse may getting sending towards brain, but another motor impulse may not sending from the brain, sending back from the brain. So what will happen? You will fall down definitely. So if both coordination should be there, means relaxation as well as contraction. If your muscle is totally relaxed like that, or totally contracted like that, then what will happen? Only single function will occur. Then what will happen? Like that on leg, if it is happening, you will fall down definitely, right? So all muscles relaxed, then fall down will occur. Okay. Then myoclonic, muscle contraction for several times, means in a short duration of time it will contract repeatedly. Okay, that is called myoclonic seizure or myoclonic epilepsy. Then infantile, infant, okay, only muscle spasm, contraction, muscle contraction. Okay, so chemical classification of the drugs. What are the drugs to take care of these disorders? So number 1 is hydantoin, then hydantoin derivative. In hydantoin derivative, hydantoin is the drug which is mostly used and commonly used drug in market. Okay, So how it is working? Little bit I will discuss about this one. So it is stopping the sodium channel and it is stopping inhibiting the sodium to get inside of the membrane and thus stopping the nerve impulses to send repeatedly, okay, as well as calcium. So a little bit I will tell this one, okay. Then barbiturate derivative example is phenobarbital and succinamide, ethosuccinamide. Then benzodiazepine, diazepam, lorazepam, clonazepam. This is GABA agonist, okay. So these two drug is very important. These two is very important. Already I taught in CNS, but again I will discuss here. So a little bit mechanism how it is stopping epilepsy. Suppose this is the neural cell plasm. I just drawing the receptor. Okay, so this is sodium channel. If sodium is coming inside is negative charges and is outside is positive. So it will get positive inside, more positive, means power generation is occurring, means action potential is start. So if repeatedly this is happening, then what will happen? More action potential will induced, then depolarization will occur. If depolarization is occurring, then excitement will occur. If excitement is occurring, epilepsy may occur. So we should stop this one. So by using this phenytoin drug, we can stop this sodium channel or delaying of the sodium channel reopening. Okay, prolongation of the sodium channel reopening or stopping the impulse generation by stopping the sodium channel, by closing the sodium channel or calcium channel. Another channel is calcium also. Why calcium channel also stopped? Because calcium is helping to fuse the neurotransmitters from the presynaptic nerve towards postsynaptic nerve. Okay, so both if we are stopping, then it can't, or so there is no more excitement in the brain, so epilepsy could be stopped. So phenytoin is the most good drug, and it is more or less there is no very less side effect, means you can say there is no side effect. Okay, phenytoin. So this is closing the sodium channel. And next one is benzodiazepam. Benzodiazepines derivatives like diazepam, lorazepam and clonazepam. So it is GABA inhibitors. So again same thing, GABA inhibitors. GABA receptor already I taught you. There are 5 subunits for GABA receptor. Okay, alpha, beta, gamma, then alpha, then beta. So on 2 alpha, 2 beta, and on gamma, and this is chloride channel. So if this is mimicking the action of GABA benzodiazepines derivatives, then it is sending more chloride inside the neuroplasm. Then what will happen? More negative inside the nerve, then no impulse will be generated. How? Because inside it was before generation of an impulse, it is minus 70 millivolt. So for generation of impulse, it need at least plus 30 millivolt outside. Or okay, for nerve impulse to generate, it need 30 millivolt. So for this one, it need to send sodium inside. So here stopping sodium channel, blocking sodium channel, or this on that is the phenytoin drug, and or GABA receptor agonist drug, and which is sending more chloride inside the nerves exoplasm, then generating negative energy and making it in resting. So more than resting potential, that is called more negative inside, means more than 70 high, that is called hyperpolarization. So by that way stopping the action potential. So if there is no inducing of action potential, there is no impulses towards the organ which is repeatedly shaking or relaxing. Okay, by that way we can stop the epilepsy. So this is all about epilepsy, general thing and all the things I discussed. Hope so that you enjoyed this video. Please like and share to your friends and subscribe. Thank you.